What's going on, fam? Welcome back to the channel. This is a very exciting review for you guys today. I have the Adidas Predator Predstrike for you today, upside down, in this awesome drawer style box. These are in the launch 25th or 30th anniversary colorway with the solar red, and I cannot wait to get these on feet as well because these are the laced non-tongue model. So let's hop straight into it. So these come in a typical drawer style box with the limited collection. I believe this is a limited collection colorway. They don't go for over retail like a lot of other limited collection boots, but I think this was just made for that 30th anniversary. You got the Adidas logo there on the drawer, limited collection, and then there's your sizing. These are in a size 9 US, so this is true to size, similar to the previous generation accuracy that I went with a 9 US as well. Those boots fit really well straight out of the box. They were a little clunky for me to get in when it comes to more game-like scenarios, but training in them was fantastic. I'm hoping that with the lightweightness of this football boot, this new generation of Predstrike, I'm really hoping that these are going to become a training boot and potentially, depending on how they fit, potentially even a game boot, which is fantastic. So let's get these unboxed right now. Boom. Oh, well, drawer came off. That's all right. Perfect. Here we go. There we go. Wow, what an awesome pair of football boots. So I reviewed the laceless model just before this. So I've actually seen this colorway, but I gotta admit, with the laces, these look badass. These are really, really nice looking in a laced model. And I can only imagine the tongue would be even more fantastic as well. What a cool pair of football boots. Let's get these out of the box, and then we will jump into some of the specs. So these also come with a Predator string bag, which is super nice. So you get the Predator in that solar yellow, you got the solar red colorway in that string bag. It's the nice Adidas mesh string bags, which I actually really appreciate. I think they do a good job of giving the boots a comfortable place to live while you're not using them. So let's actually get this little tag off of here and we'll talk tech specs of the new Predstrike. The Predstrike is a boot that I am super excited for a lot of different reasons. The Predator just in general has kind of it usually is very heavy, and that's one thing that, although I say you shouldn't really care about the weight of your shoes, it is something that I definitely feel is on my mind when I put on a pair of pretty heavy football boots. Like old Predators especially are heavy to the point where I just feel kind of clunky. Like, yeah, you can rip a ball in them, but these are so lightweight. Similar to the laceless model, these run right around the 205, 208 gram range, depending on how big your foot is, depending on what size you wear. For a 9 US, assume like 205 grams-ish, which is roughly 7.3 ounces. So that's pretty decent. That's only a little bit heavier than most of the speed boots on the market at this time, which is just under 200 gram threshold. That's pretty impressive for a boot that's supposed to be meant for power, and it's, you know, kind of a striking ball or striking boot or things like that, similar to the marketing of the Predator in general, plus obviously the new fins and everything like that. So let's go into some of those tech features. So this is a brand new Hybrid Touch 2.0 upper. You can see that logoing for the Hybrid Touch right there. Hybrid Touch 2.0, really, really fantastic. Does a really nice job of moving in and around my thumbs here. It is a little bit thicker than the Hybrid Touch from the past generations of, the F50s, excuse me. So the F50 Audi Zeros had Hybrid Touch 1.0 that was quite a bit thinner than this, but this is still really pliable and I think is going to do a great job of molding to your foot, which is super nice. So it's made from an updated synthetic suede material and a foil material for reduced weight and better overall performance. My guess is the use of this material is similar to the use of the material in the Tiempo Legend 10 with that Fly Touch Plus. So my guess is it's going to be similar to this. The Fly Touch Plus feels a little bit thinner than this does, just at least with my thumb. We'll see how it fits and feels on feet. I don't mind if the synthetic is slightly thicker on a boot like this. That's kind of what it's meant for, the Pred and everything. But these are lighter than the new Tiempo, I believe, or at least they're very, very close. And so for me, if the material's a little bit thicker, I don't really mind at the end of the day if that's what it is. As long as it fits really well and as long as it molds around my foot, I got no complaints at all. You don't get anything different from the laceless model from this model, except of course through the lacing system here, which you have a standard U-throat tongue, which is super nice, and then a full lacing system that goes pretty deep actually into the kind of the knuckles right here of your toe area and your foot as well. So the Solar Red, the black, and the Solar Yellow, as I mentioned before, that's your colorway. You've got a new Control Frame 2.0 Soleplate, which is really nice. It's got that Predator logoing across the bottom there. These are a triangular stud that's got rounded off, oh, there's a little piece of plastic there, that's got rounded off edges. So these are gonna be suitable, I believe, for most artificial and firm ground pitches. The pitch that I have in my backyard that I'll start to do these types of reviews, at least the try-on portion before I get into play tests and stuff, is an artificial pitch. So you guys will get a good sense of what they're like on AG pitches, because if you can see, the studs really aren't that long as far as FG studs usually go. I imagine these are gonna fit super nicely on an AG ground. They're gonna give you a good amount of rotational energy and rotational ability there in the forefoot area. And then of course, as you're moving with the sole plate does provide quite a bit of structure through that midfoot area here, through the lateral and medial side. And then of course, it gives a really nice amount of snapback there through the toe box as well, which I think is gonna provide a nice neutral kind of ground from which to play with these beautiful new Predators. You've got the new strike skin fins with the high definition grip technology. So that's that strike skin. They're pretty defined here on the upper. It's a smaller surface area of grip. So the grip only goes kind of right in that forefoot area. So you don't get a ton of it, but what you do get is quite a bit of grippy. You can kind of, hopefully you can hear that through the microphone, but it does give you quite a bit of grip. I mean, that's like, you know, right there and there. That's a lot. I can feel kind of the silicone-y, plasticky stuff on my fingers, and these are quite grippy. So I am really excited to hit a couple of balls with these and really get a sense of what shooting is like, what passing is like, what bending a ball is, taking free kicks, corners, that type of stuff. Because I think these are really geared towards players who appreciate a little bit of grip. You guys know I love my Phantom GXs. I absolutely have appreciated wearing those. Those were my go-to game boot this year, and I really like the fundamental element of those is the grip knit technology with that grip element. And so having a little bit of grip element here with the new strike skin material, I think is gonna provide, as long as they fit my foot, a really good competitor to that GX for game boot for a 2023 season, which I'm so excited for. Or 2024 season, excuse me. But overall, I think this is a really nice step forward for the Predator line. I thought the accuracy did a pretty good job. The only complaints that I had with the Predator accuracy line was that the heel area didn't fit as nicely as I wish they would. They had a little bit of slippage once I got going. That's because I have pretty wide feet in the toe box all the way through the midfoot here, and then I have quite a thinner heel area. And so with that thinner heel on the wider heel on the Predator accuracy, the thinness of my heel, I got a lot of rotational slippage this direction when cutting, and then also a little bit of rotational slippage this way, which provided some hot spots kind of on the back side, on the lateral and medial side of my heel, like on the bottom of my heel, which was kind of uncomfortable. And that's part of the reason why they didn't end up in games, even if they were a training boot that I wore every once in a while. I wore them quite a bit when I first reviewed them, obviously, for that 1 month review in training sessions of my own. And then once we got to team training, they didn't feature as much because I was kind of focused on other boots and focused on boots that didn't have any slippage at all, because that just is one of those unnecessary things. And that's hopefully what I hope to bring to you guys with the 1 month review of these boots. Say that they fit really well, which I imagine they will, but these are going to be such a cool football boot to try on. So without further ado, let's hop into the on-feet portion of the video of the new Predator Predstrike Elite FG, and I cannot wait to give you guys my impressions of these football boots. I think these are going to be a bangin' product from the Adidas brand. All right, then, out here in my backyard on the artificial ground with the laced Predator Predstrike. Very excited to try these on feet. So let's just hop straight into the on-feet portion of the video. These are absolutely fantastic looking in the sunshine. They look stunning. You can really see the contrast of those strike elements, that strike skin, right on the medial side of the forefoot and the midfoot area. I think those are going to be absolutely fantastic for striking a ball. Let's get these on feet. One thing, actually, before I stick my foot in there, one thing that I really like about this that they did with the Pure, the Copa Pure, is they made the tongue. You can see how much material is on the upper of this tongue. Look how wide that is. So see how it's like that? So that when you put it in here, even if it rotates around a little bit, so even if it goes sideways this way, you still have a seam that is covered all the way around. And that is, I think, a really tasteful touch. So here we go, jumping in. Oh my days. Wow. These are fantastic. These fit so well. Goodness gracious. Okay, let's get these laced up and see how they fit with the laces tied tight. Oh my goodness. I'm really impressed with these. I imagine these will be the go-to for most people, unless you are somebody who can get your hands on a pair of the pair with the tongue. In that case, I'd probably wear the ones with the tongue just for nostalgia's sake, but I reckon these will be absolutely fantastic. Look how sick these look on feet. Maybe it's just the contrast with the green and stuff, I don't know, but these look so good. All right, second one, or the right foot, if you will. Here we go. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah, these might be like match boot for 2024, honestly. Like these are unbelievable. These fit so well out of the box. I'm very impressed with these. One thing that I am interested by is, given that the laceless model has a knit in here, I'm curious why. It makes complete sense why they would do a standalone tongue for the fold over, like the big tongue one that has the, the extra material there, the classic look one. But for this one in particular, I'm interested why they didn't do what they did with the Copa Pure 2 Plus and put a knit material and laces, and then for the one with the fold over tongue, they just did this standard tongue. I'm interested by that decision, because I thought the decision to put knit material in the midfoot and in the lacing system area of the Copa 2 Plus was absolutely spot on, and it makes the Copa have such this incredible, nice wrapped sensation, which I actually am getting from this right now, but just in general, I'm interested by that decision. So Adidas, if you've got any answers for that, I'm just curious as to why that decision was made. But there you go. There's what they look like on feet, and I gotta say, Adidas, unbelievable job. Unbelievable job. These are absolutely fantastic. Please excuse the wind noise. It's quite windy right now. Things are all over the place. These are genuinely sensational feeling. And I don't say that often. I think these are absolutely contender for football boot of the year for 2023 and 2024. I mean, these are absolutely fantastic. Like absolutely fantastic. And I am so stoked about the way that Adidas is going with the Predator line. They feel pretty lightweight on feet. Definitely, they don't feel like a Predator, which is kind of interesting. Like they still have that nice wider fit to them, but they don't feel kind of heavy and like power boot like a Predator does. That being said, touch on the ball, lovely. Yep. So super nice. It doesn't feel barefoot, but it feels very controlled. And that's one thing that you want from a boot like this is you want to be able to feel all around the ball, especially if you're going to manipulate it with the amount and the volume of the grip. That's one thing you can really feel. So if you see the boot from this angle, there we go, you can see how high up these grip elements go. And this really does do a fantastic job of gripping into that ball. You've got a little bit of grip here on the outside with each of these black stripes. You've got a tiny bit of texturing. I can kind of like run my fingernail along each one of them, and you do get a little bit of texturing, but it's not going to be enough to make that much of a difference. Then you've got a very, very matte finish there on the forefoot area, and then of course those strike elements as well. the strike skin here. So this is really going to, I think, make a big difference for a lot of players who are looking to whip and cross a ball. I think this is going to do such a nice job of giving you that little bit of extra swaz when you're looking for it. So it's just another tool in your tool shed. But take a look at those. I tell you what, I think these, although it's not my favorite colorway, like I think this is definitely a colorway that looks nice in general. Would it be a smash hit if this was like a normal release? Probably not. But I do think that they did a good job of making the launch colorway, the 30th, birthday of the Predator, to be something really loud and really bright. And honestly, I don't mind it. I think it sticks out. You can definitely see it on pitch with Prem players like Gabriel Jesus and other Pred players who are now rocking these. Trent Alexander-Arnold is obviously wearing the ones of this color with the tongue after having been seen in that white and ruby red colorway. But overall, I am mega impressed with how these fit and feel. I think these are definitely going to be a training boot. Probably will wear them for a game. I have a game, we have training tonight as of the filming of this video, and a game tomorrow, like a preseason friendly tomorrow. So I might actually just rock these in training tonight, see how they go, and if I like them, wear them for the game tomorrow, because these are pretty fantastic feeling. I'm gotta be honest, they are super nice. So hope you guys enjoyed that video. If you do have any more questions about the Predstrike that don't have anything to do with playing, because you guys will see lots more of like play tests and stuff like that with these football boots. I'm working on some new series that'll kind of introduce the boots on pitch a little bit more to give you guys a good idea of what they feel like to play in different scenarios, footwork, shooting, passing, first touch, all that stuff. So if you guys have any kind of first impression questions, let me know down in the comments below. Like the video if you got value from it. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. As always, be awesome. Take care. I'll see you guys in the next video.